Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mason at MasonWorks Marketing, and here with Jade Rehder, one of my favoriteest healers, and alchemists and transformational coaches and everything here on Conscious Business Zone. And Jade, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful, Kathy. Thanks so much for having me here, and I'm excited to be here with everyone.
Yes, yes. Well, we had a remarkable experience with you here in Colorado doing a weekend retreat that I think I'm still integrating from. But I want to share a little bit about clears and why I thought it would be so fabulous to have everyone I know about what you do. The clear system is a system that connects you to your higher consciousness and lets you release things that no longer serve you in a very painless way, but it's very strong. It's not painful, but strong, which is interesting. And Jade's been my go-to person when I've had blocks that I really just can't figure out how to get rid of. And her recordings that she does work just as well as, well, different than in person, but they work
Yeah.
really well. So, Jade, can you explain a little bit about um, how you work with conscious business people and how
Sure.
clears could help them?
Absolutely, Kathy.
Okay.
So, clear is a multidimensional approach to transcending energy. And what's different about that is we're working outside of just us here and now. And we don't know at a thinking level what the heck is blocking us.
Right.
And as an entrepreneur and someone that took 12 years to really get herself out as a practitioner, I know what it's like to be in that state of go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. And as a conscious business owner, the more you move into your heart, sometimes the tougher it is in that you are aware of that so much energy available to make a difference, yet there's these conditions that have been put on you in this lifetime, and they also come in on our DNA. So, what I love about Clear is your highest consciousness will be working on you as an individual expression of Source, yet um, the energies of your lineage will be working on that energy, and the energy of the collective will be working on that. So, we are working past, present, future. We're working through DNA. We're working. One of the most magical things about clear is when we wake up the energy. Clear isn't just about clearing out the blocks. The yummiest part of clear for me is we then heal and then we go to awaken. So we wake up the yummy ways of being, feeling, and experiencing life. And these enjoyable ways that we want to be expressing as a conscious business owner. You want to, as a conscious business owner, show up in your heart, in a place of compassion and understanding and love. And clears really support that because when we go out, when we go way out, we drop away energies of resistance and energies of block and interference that we haven't even thought even existed because our thinking mind, as an NLP trainer, I understand a lot about how the different levels of mind work. That at a thinking mind level, we have so little that we can bring into the awareness, yet we're working with your greater awareness, we're working with your consciousness. So with that, we are able to move faster and move. Kathy says it's really strong. It's potent is probably the word I would use,
Well,
but it's
it's a
gentle at the
two
same
by
time. You're not
four.
feeling it. It isn't necessarily. I work a lot of times with the very sensitive, empathic business owners and people in the world, and what I've seen with Clear is they're not affected in the same way as when
Right.
we do other just earthbound modalities. The bigger it gets, and we're on generation 18 in 2 years, the more gentle it becomes on the sensitive person. As conscious entrepreneurs, every single one of you has some level of sensitivity, or you wouldn't be a conscious entrepreneur. So,
Exactly. And the
yeah.
energies are causing people to wake up in that way.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
learning, they're discovering they're empathic. They're all of a sudden really highly sensitive to the
Yeah.
environment. And I think your work is it's a huge gift. When you just said it's 2 years, I've been on this journey with you for more than 2 years. I didn't realize it's been that long. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Um, the thing that I really like to explain, and I hope this is okay. I had an issue where I've been using the regular clears for when if I needed it for exhaustion or whatever the symptom was.
Hmm.
And then I had a big emotional issue that caused me to break out in hives on
Yeah.
my left side of my body. And I was top to bottom hives, front and back. And it was itchy and yucky. And it happened pretty quick, but I knew what the stress was that caused it. So I
Yeah.
called Jade and made an appointment, and she did a clear on me. And the next day, all of it was gone. The only thing that was left to heal was some things that the skin had broken, but otherwise it was gone, and it is gone. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying it's powerful. There's so many healers that, do 3 sessions, do six
Yeah.
sessions. Maybe we can get to the root of this. This stuff is like razor sharp, goes straight to what you need, and doesn't distort things. It's not like sometimes I've done processes where it cleared something out and I had to resettle into my new beingness. And when you added at the end of the clears to bring in more of your higher self,
Yeah.
I don't have that out of balance at the
Oh,
end.
yeah. So there can be, I tell people there can be a bit of a recalibration, but it's not like it's
No,
not a healing crisis kind of thing. It is different than that. It's more you're holding so much more of your own high vibe that your cell resonance is getting used to the high vibe, and there's gaps. The gaps are because you've taken out so much of the critic mind and that interference energy that sometimes, and the magic that you all of a sudden you got a gap because you're used to thinking something negative about yourself or the world or judgment or whatever you're going to run, and it's not there. And the magic words around clear is it's okay. And one of the biggest things, Kathy, and you're kind of getting here, is that there's no processing. There's not mental processing,
no, it's
and
fantastic.
there's no emotional processing.
But you do get the experience that if you do need to know something, that information, that awareness will show up. It's not like you have to reintegrate it back in. So
No.
there might be an awareness. Oh, I just said that to myself. I didn't realize I was doing that. But there's no need to go back to have that habit again. It's
No.
almost like a habit.
So one of the most magical things that I noticed with clear in my own life, and I have been a student of metaphysical experiences since 1999 and
Yeah.
then became a practitioner along the way a lot of different ways. And what I noticed was that I could watch the old thought go by.
Wow.
Like when a situation happened, I'd be like, that's what I used to think. And then there'd be the emotion that went with it. And I'm a Pisces and I'm a really watery girl. So then here would be the drama action I used to take. So I literally would see the thought, the
Watch it
emotion.
float by
Yeah, it floats by like it's in a like it's
on
a
a wave.
cartoon. Like it's a cartoon, like it's a little blip like you'd see above a cartoon would be the words. The emotions would show up like in a cloud, and then the behaviors would be like little stick people going woo, 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 woo. And I've had clients tell me the same thing. Do you know, I just watched the old thought because it's still in the construct of humanity in the moment, but it is no longer in their field. And that's really what this is about, is getting the energies out of your personal field so that you have emotional and mental sovereignty, because sovereignty allows you to be in that higher consciousness more and more and more. And that's what I love about it. So many different things have us processing, which makes a lot of emotion, thought, feeling loop, right? This loop de loop. And if people have a certain body type, they even get into like this big spiral of spin when they go into processing. And that's what's not there. It's different than that, and that's what makes it so magical. It came about, Kathy, because a friend and chiropractor of mine had asked if we could stop the processing because he was seeing it actually take people's health and take them literally to exiting the planet. And I heard yes, and within 4 days, I had the way to put together a lot of things. So Clear is a recipe, everybody, of many different things that I've worked with that came together to make it something that is followable. One cool thing about Clears is if my speaking makes you where you don't hear what I'm saying, it's okay. Your thinking mind gets to take a vacation. And then people go, my thinking mind wouldn't take a vacation. I'm like, it still works. We're working on consciousness here. Your thinking mind's availability isn't part of the game. We're just attempting to ask it to just take a break because a lot of us are just tired from the amount that we think, and we run worry and anxiety. And anxiety, fear placed in the future, is one of the biggest things that I see defeat conscious business owners.
Right.
They worry about something, they take it to a point of a fear, and then they get frozen. I mean, fight, or freeze are the three things that stressor does to us. We always keep if the bear or the mountain lion comes out, that we run. That stays. It's hardwired. But we can get rid of the stored energies, and that's what we're dealing with so much here. That is creating dis-ease of energy. An example would be someone had a major experience with hospitals, and from that, they actually had an experience of PTSD, massive, deep PTSD. And she listened to the audios, and I got an email that said, the PTSD is done. Now I want this taken care of. And I was like, my mind was blown because it had been about 10 days. And I'm like, wait, okay. So they are set up to go to root cause. You mentioned how a lot of things work on symptomology. I have been trained since '99 to work at root cause, and because I hold root cause in my field, when I create the audios, even if I don't say root cause out loud, that root cause is a clear intention. And what's really awesome, because these are energetic transmissions, is even I'm at version 18 right now working live. I literally can upgrade energetically those. You guys are conscious business owners. You understand how consciousness works. The audios continually upgrade
Right.
as as I upgrade it. So it's a field. It
Right.
is its own field of energy.
I can
So
I can testify that that is the truth because I've been on this journey with you, and
yeah.
I'm still amazed at how powerful, with all the shifts we've had in the energy fields and all the clearing that everyone is doing, and reconnecting to their soul,
Mm-hmm.
that these have just stayed right with it. It's not like you have to buy my next version.
Version, no. Or and one of the things, the reason I know this is so true is someone wrote me that they saw something. So this was a natural seer and feeler. She saw something when she was doing one of the very first recordings of Clear, and I hadn't put that until version 17. And so when she saw it from like version 3 to version 17, I was like, here's the physical world confirmation. I want to share. Now, this isn't business related, but it's really pertinent because it shows how it works, whether you're paying attention or not. Um, a gal's mother-in-law was in hospice, but she was in the wrong hospice, and she needed into another hospice. And she had spoken to her mother-in-law about clears before she went into a comatose state. She went and played a clear on with her mother-in-law, and I believe it was shame. And what happened is there was no way that she could move to this other better unit. There was just no way. No one was leaving. There was nothing going to happen. And something changed. And she moved there the next day. I mean, yeah, I knew you didn't know this.
Wow.
And when it comes to business, what I notice is when you get your confidence in a place and your self-esteem raised, self-esteem is one sneaky little behind the scenes energy. And the two biggest things that stop us business owners is there's not enough outside me and there's not enough inside me, and those are really teachers. And when we work on that, a lot of times we're waking up confidence and we're waking up these energies, trust,
Yes, that's the biggest thing for
acceptance,
me.
approval of self,
Yeah, trust.
safe, secure, supported. So we wake these energies up. And when we blow out and go all the way out into the multiverse and beyond that we work in, you open that up to be so much bigger of feeling safe because we are dealing with massive high vibrational light transmissions right now coming
Right.
into the planet. They're affecting the physical Earth planet that they can measure. Hello, we're water. It's affecting us.
Hello,
Like
we're
it's
water.
we're water. Like it's. I
Well,
know we're more space than anything, and that's why the bigger we work out, and that's why it's and beyond. So whatever I say, it's and beyond
well,
because
I want to interrupt you just 1 second. There is somebody that's posted something here that I'd like to show that so
sure.
you could talk to. But I also feel that, Jade, what you do when you say you go on to the multiverse, you go on to the multiverse. This isn't
Yeah.
words.
No.
This is a an expansion that is quite remarkable. And it's so loving and supportive that there is no, it doesn't create any fear in the ego. It doesn't create anything but this tremendous release.
Well, and this is
So
all set up that you're whole and complete as right in this moment, and that love is where we're working from. So
okay, so Eric said, I feel like my silent mind is trapped behind get it done, build the business, do the work, process mind. Do you
oh,
want to speak to that?
oh, Eric, you are my brother from another mother. Yes, I do, because I learned to do business as a type A, in the third dimensional consciousness of separation. And when you work with clear and you work with getting, especially the stored life experience stuff like frustration, worry, pain, anxiety, stress, when you work with that group of clears, which is called Feel Good Now, you actually get that stored stuff out and you don't have so much push in you. And then you take it deeper and you go with the negative emotion set. And the negative emotion set, this one we do anger, sadness, fear, guilt, shame, rage, disappointment, depression, and shock and trauma. And these are the energies, and we're working really gently with, and it's profound, but it's gentle in that as a feeler, it's not hurting the body. And
Right.
those negative emotions, especially like shame and guilt, they keep us pushed. And like I totally feel him. So like it's an in the heart piece. When we can do business from our heart, it's a whole different experience than we do it business from our head.
Exactly.
And
Well,
like you mentioned, people are waking up to their feeling body more and more, Kathy, as
mhm.
and their empathic selves and their lower chakras as we're raising the consciousness on the planet. And then you get the feeling working with the head and you get this loop de loop.
Okay, so he answered, as someone highly intuitive, I feel trapped by that type A high drive. How can I bring my intuitive back to the front?
Well, there is a whole set of clears that are about your spiritual gifts, and they clear what you've created as a diversion. Because, and we did it, everyone, a lot of times as a form of protection when we were young. I was highly clairvoyant and highly clairaudient. I turned those off. I kept my clairsentience and my claircognizance. So I was a feeler knower. And at 33, I turned back on my hearing and my sight, and my hearing is off the hook. My sight's good. It's different than what I expect clairvoyance to be doing, but it's very productive. So I, as a super duper type A, tell you that you can get there. I tell everyone who goes, "You move so fast." I go, "This is me in neutral, man."
Well, this is the thing is that I want people to understand how much energy that gets freed up once you go through all the clears, because you don't realize that you're actually using up your life force energy, having this conflict within your field that's not necessary. And if you can resolve that conflict, you have all of that creative energy to do whatever you want. That's what we're supposed to be doing, as far as I
Oh,
can see. So that's why I just love this process. So Eric said, yes, thank you. Yes, amen. Yes, yes. I love the coaching time. I fight the coaching business building thing. Well, so what we might want to do, Jade, is explain what people like Eric and some of these other wonderful people. Thank you all for being here. What some of them would benefit from what you're offering, whether or not it would be to buy packages of clears or work one-on-one with you. I recommend it all. I'm a huge fan. If you can't tell, it really changed my life. So that's why I'm so excited to share it with my audience here.
I'm so grateful, Kathy. And
Yeah,
what's
me
kind of wild is
too.
I'm a fan of Clear, because Clear isn't Jade. Clear is a channel of energy that I bring through of high source, and we work with your own highest consciousness. And Clear is actually 5 really major channels of energy plus more, but they define themselves as KLEAR. Um, Depending upon where someone's at, you can start either direction. We can start one on one. There's a 3 week kind of like get out of your own way um, offer on my site. There's a 3 month if you're in a place where you need longer support to move through some more major things. A lot of times, if you're dealing with a PTSD experience, especially if it's a repetitive one, that you need. What is so cool is they brought PTSD in coaching in 2016. Um,
Yeah.
and then the audios are, I use them just like you do, Kathy. I use them as energy maintenance. And what's cool about the audios is you've been through them once, you've been in presence with them, you can play them in the background. I'm packing and playing clears this morning. So
That's
it
right. It's
it's one
great.
of those things that you can use as an energy maintenance tool, because we know we are energy at a thought level and we feel it, but when we really live in it from our heart, we
Right.
will take care of that.
Right.
So right now, what I've got to share with your audience and my audience, whoever's here right now, I'm grateful that you're all here or watching us on the replay, is that the clear audios can be accessed on my website, jaderaider.com, and they you just go to shop, and the discount code to get 50% off is love, Love. Capital L is the way I write love, so go with the capital. And right now, there's groups of clears already that are half price, so you're going to get half price of the half price on those.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So there's groups of 9 that are sets, and those work together in an energy group. So that would be the negative emotions, the feel better now, the spiritual gifts, and those really help. So all of it's working on quieting that thinking driven mind that is really stuck in the human conditioning and in the your default creating. When you're stuck in a lot of those energies, you're creating because of the way you should be doing things. You mentioned creativity. That is one of the biggest things that I see increase in everybody who works with clear, me included.
Yeah.
I watch because there's space. And
Right.
so when there's space, I'm like, wait, that space can let the creativity, whether creativity flows into
Yeah.
business, into art, into
Yeah.
dance, into relationship. So I see that increasing. And Um, yeah.
Right. Okay, so how long are the clears on sale?
The,
Because this recording will also be um, set up afterwards on YouTube. So
sure.
there may be people listening to this much later. So we probably need to define
Yeah.
that.
December 5th, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. the sale goes off.
Uh-huh.
And they're delivered electronically. So it's something that you have and you download into your own device or devices. You've got the link. You can put it in your computer. You can put it on your phone. It works that way. So you've got them with you when you need them. I use them in both places.
Uh-huh.
Um, so that's when that sale goes off. When you look at my website as far as private work, there's a number of different options. You can see what is a fit for you. And if you're looking at like the 3 month private work, I'm happy to hop on a quick connection call because you really need to know who are you working with. Like, you've heard me here, but you haven't felt me, just me and you in a connection. And conscious business owners are conscious of those kind of things.
Right. Do you have a free giveaway on your website
I absolutely do, so that they can experience some clears.
Yeah. Well, then
Um,
they would have a taster.
they would absolutely have a
Yeah.
taster, and that is on the front page. If you scroll down, especially if you're on a phone, it is in a big, thick purple band. It says 5 day or 5D light worker 3 day healing experience. And in that clear, you'll learn a little bit of my story and a little bit of clear story, which Kathy and I didn't really get into today. And so there'll be a little video where I'm talking, and then underneath there, there'll be a link to go to a clear. You'll get clear overwhelm, clear judgment of self and others, and the fear of being judged by others, all of that in that judgment clear. And then the clear to full worth, and that one is really a heart one for me because unworthiness, conscious business owners, was where I was valedictorian and the beauty queen. And it was one of the biggest stoppers. And it's one of the biggest stoppers on the planet. I'm not enough or I'm unworthy are two of the biggest that hold conscious business owners back. So that's right there on my website. Just page down, dark purple. You'll see a phone and you'll see it right away. Oh, thank you so much, Eric.
There we go. And Guy is here too.
Aloha gi.
There we go. We'll just say hi, Guy. So
So
great. Yeah. So Jade, I just want everyone to know that your work is remarkable. It's fast. It's affordable. It's getting better and better. And I am so glad that I know you. You've changed my life. So I just appreciate everything you do and want to support you in any way I can
no.
because this work is it's what we need. I really want as many people to wake up to their divinity as possible, and these things that need to get out of your field, they're keeping you from that. So
Yeah. Well, I'm
yeah,
so grateful, Kathy. We've been in each other's life for a while and been working together for a couple of years, which makes me so happy. And I'm so grateful.
yeah.
Um, Clear as a gift, it feels to me, to myself and to everyone else. I have been, since the day I started paying attention, I've known that we needed support in a bigger way outside of the earth plane in karma and mind to get this cleaned up so that we can all be in a more higher conscious state. And if those of you who scale things, scale it and see where that energy comes
Yeah,
in.
you'll see. Well, so Guy just wrote, freebies are always nice, but the clear technique is unique? Question mark. And
Oh,
he
he's just making sure we tell everybody that the clear technique is very unique.
it
Um,
is. It's fast. It's clear. It frees up energy. It doesn't waste you. You don't have to go to bed the next day and stay under the covers because you can't focus or function. Or very few people have ever had that, unless you do all days with Jade. And if you do all days with Jade, you might have that. But which is still fantastic. It's still fantastic.
she could think of one person who needed to recalibrate, and that's why she's saying this.
But no, all I'm saying is that it's so rare Okay, the geese saying, I have done a few and they really work. Love you all. Thank you,
He
geese.
has done a few. Yeah,
Yes, he has.
he's being a little bit cheeky over there in his Gemini self. I remember a story, and I won't say whose name it is. We did a small group clear, and their response was, I navigated the world for the next 48 hours, but I was in so much love that I teleported to the airport in 2 hours faster, and I didn't drive over the speed limit. Like these kind of things,
I was
because
thinking,
you're in that heart space, and you're in a different, and you're clearing out. It's like it's like deep cleaning up your energy house, and you don't even have to do it.
right,
That's the cool part. You don't have to go find the jeans that are from 10 years ago in the closet. They're just gone. And
right,
that's what I love about Clear. What's really unique is that it is working truly multidimensionally.
right,
And it will work in the physical energy field too. And things do change physically if they are related to the mental, emotional energy that you're holding. So.
So, and Eric said, thank you. I'll be leaning in for myself and my clients.
Oh, thanks so much, Eric. I
Yeah,
look forward to
that's if
connecting.
you are a coach and you want to really see huge changes in your customers, of anyone you support, if they're blocked, this process is just remarkable. And
Eh,
I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, and what's cool is I love working with other coaches. I can put together specialty packages for them so that their clients can get what goes along with their coaching. So that actually has been something that I've done with a few different coaches and seen really, really wonderful results.
Right, right.
So,
After you clear the coach first.
well, that does support.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, thank you so much, Jade. Is there anything else? Do you want to tell them your website again? I'll show Eric's typing of it, but share
Sure.
your website again.
Sure. My website is Jade Rehder, and my last name is spelled Rehder. Yes, I am Germanic. That's where my name comes from, at least. And if you search my name, 90% of it is me. I have a cousin, a way related younger cousin that's in Australia that you could run into. But you'll picture me because you've seen me here. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube under Jade Rehder, Jade Rehder Awakened Empath on YouTube, but just search my name. And I have a lot out there to support people. There's close to 600 YouTube videos now that have come from Facebook onto YouTube
Wow.
to keep supporting. And you know, I come from my heart. So if you call me and you want to talk about coaching, I just know that you'll know if it's a fit, and that um, I come at it a really different way than any business coach has ever taught me to do it, because I work with sensitive, conscious people, and we all know what's going on. So I am here from my heart to love and support, and I want you all to know that it's important just to be you,
Right.
and that's probably been the biggest message that I've learned in this lifetime. So thank you so much, Kathy.
Wonderful. Thank
All
you
right,
so
you
much.
bet, you
Love
bet.
you very much.
Love you too.
You guys check out her stuff. Check out Facebook if nothing else, so you'll see what Jade does. It's remarkable. Great. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye bye. Ahui ho. Aloha.